Hey, this is Shane with Jester D Farm, and what I wanted to do is do a brief video just to kind of show you how to plant some of the staples that you've become accustomed to, especially in this world where everybody's planting gardens, everyone's trying to be a little more self-sufficient. There are some things that we've really gotten used to having in the kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to plant some of these essential food items so that you don't have to worry about waiting in line and getting your temperature taken to go to Walmart. So what we're going to be planting today in the garden is macaroni. Now the type of macaroni that you use is not really important. This is just going to be your standard elbow macaroni. And this is a classic, and so it doesn't really matter what variety you use, but there's nothing better than fresh macaroni from the garden. As long as you clean it real good and boil it, it's going to be delicious and make your favorite macaroni and cheese. All right, when it comes to the spacing of your macaroni, the spacing isn't real important. You do want to put them pretty close together because they grow better whenever they're close together. The next thing that we're going to work on is something that has just become a staple in the American home, and that's Little Debbie. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but the Little Debbies that you get from the grocery store, it's an heirloom variety. And if you don't know anything about gardening, heirloom means that you can actually use the plant to regrow more of itself. And so that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to be planting Little Debbie snacks. Now, the variety's not important. Today we have oatmeal cream pies, but you can use zebra cakes, Swiss rolls, whatever you want to use. It's all about personal preference and taste. Now, there's a lot of debate whenever it comes to planting Little Debbies. It's a lot like the debate that you hear when planting potatoes. Some people say in order to get a maximum yield, you have to put the whole plant inside the ground. But you know, I'm going to show you both ways to do this. So one way is to take it and put the entire thing in the ground. Now, it's important that you get it down real good so that whenever you cover it up, you're completely covering the plant here. The other way is making better use, much like a potato. You can put a potato in the ground and it'll grow, but you can also take, and this is like a seed, you can split it up a couple of different ways, right? So instead of planting the whole thing, you can break it up and put a little bit in the ground. And you know, a lot of the old timers say that if we do it this way, you're going to get 3 or 4 times the yield instead of planting just one Little Debbie at a time. Okay, now that we've prepared our ground, we've created our furrow, we've put in the macaroni, now what every essential plant needs in order to grow is plenty of sunlight and water. So make sure and water your plants at least a couple of times a week. Now, when you plant your macaroni plants, it's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks in order for that stuff to grow. You know, we planted quite some time ago. It's a magic movie time, and it's time for us to harvest. And so it's really, really simple to harvest. You're going to go down here. Now, when your plant's about this height, you'll know that it's ready to harvest. If it starts putting on a macaroni seed head, you'll know it's gone too long. But you're just going to reach down, and whenever you shake this thing, you got to shake it real good. Look at all that. My goodness, that is some good looking macaroni there. Now you can see, in order to make a bag, you know, it's going to take a lot of plants here, but the most exciting thing isn't the macaroni. I've got to show you this right here. We have the Little Debbies come up, and it's pretty amazing. I didn't tell you this when I started, but it is pre-packaged and everything, and so that is a perfect stand of what a Little Debbie is going to look like in your garden. In a world of misinformation where you really can't believe anything that you see on the internet, I want you to trust me, Shane, here at Jester D Farm, that the healthiest thing you can do with a Little Debbie is just to put it in the ground. Thanks for watching.